Welcome back. You're watching Viewpoint with me, Griha. Now, violence continues to rock parts of West Bengal over the filing of nominations for July 8th Panchayat polls. This, even as the Calcutta High Court has directed the State Election Commission to deploy central paramilitary forces for the upcoming elections in the state. However, it stopped short of intervening in the State Election Commission's election schedule. All this despite previously expressing concerns over the 5-day period provided for filing nomination papers as being insufficient. Now, apart this, the court has also ordered the State Election Commission to install CCTV cameras at every booth and corner of the counting centres, further directing it that the counting of votes for all the 3 tiers of the Panchayat be conducted simultaneously and at the very same venue. Now, despite measures announced by the court, the violence over filing of nomination continues unabated, with bombs being hurled and several cars ransacked as supporters of rival parties try to stop each other from filing the nominations. The opposition, the BJP, the Congress, the CPIM are all accusing the TMC of using muscle power to stop candidates of opposition parties from filing the nominations. And that's not the only hiccup in the run-up to the rural elections. It also looks like Trinamool's delay in publishing the list of its candidates and factional feuds that are also triggering the clashes over sections of names have led to the defections from party across North Bengal, many of them deciding to join the BJP now.
চ্যালেঞ্জ থাকলো আমরা এটা করে দেখাবো এবারের ভোট 13 আর 18 এর মতো গুন্ডা তৃণমূলকে লুটতে দেবে না বিজেপি।
Let me open this up to my panel who joins me this evening. Priyanka Tibrewal of the BJP is with us, and also with us is Professor Monojit Mandal, who's a political analyst and leans towards the TMC. Professor Mandal, I'll begin with you. Since it is the TMC administration in West Bengal, why has this become a template before every elections in the state? Why the violence?
No, I think these particular visuals that you are presenting on the screen in southern part of 24 Parganas, where ISF and CPIM, they are creating the tensions. And the complaints coming from the local MLA that the TMCs are not being allowed to file their nominations, right? The TMC Shaukat Molla has categorically stated that they are not being allowed to file their nominations. The visuals are disturbing, definitely. The police also have taken action. And we believe that the kind of statement that the opposition leaders is making, their president is making every other day, they will also see what to be done. I think these are stoking the flame.
But Monojit, you are saying it's ISF and...
in most of the cases, the nominations are filed peacefully. The BJP, I repeat, till now, BJP, they have filed the maximum.
You know, Monojit, I fail to see peaceful.
Only in some pockets,
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I'd want to understand.
Only 2 or 3 incidents have
No. But tell me something. You're talking about 24 Parganas. I'd like to understand. You were saying that it's ISF and CPIM. What our reports show is ISF and TMC, not the CPIM. So it is your word against the opposition's.
CPIM is part of the gang, ISF. They had the alliance in 2021. They fought together to elect this particular MLA who was in jail for 42 days for vandalism. It was shown on TV on the streets of Calcutta. He vandalized public properties. So he was a confirmed goon, everyone knows that. And he is in complete collusion with BJP also. I mean, he calls BJP Shubhendu Adhikari the most prominent leader of Bengal at this point in time. These things are caught on tape. Everyone knows this. So I think these violence is being created largely by the opposition. TMC at times are hindered by these people to file their nomination. That's why the maximum number of nominations only, less than 24 hours are filed by BJP. To please check the number. 2-3 pockets in 2-3 places of Bengal. There have been some incidents like the one that you are showing, and police have taken action. Police will support the election commission in nabbing all the culprits. TMC will not indulge in any kind of violence. Let me take this to my good friend. I do represent my party as a clear instruction of the party that no violence should be undertaken, indulged in by the TMC. Anyone is found to be violent will be expelled from the party. And some people are already leaving because they did not get the ticket. Right? It's because of that. That's the kind of strict action the party will take. The
Can you name a few, Monaji?
And everyone.
Can you name a few? Who all have been expelled from the party?
The people who are not getting the ticket, they are leaving. You are just shown in North Bengal because they were creating troubles. That's why they were not given the tickets. Only the good people will be given the tickets, and the people who are not good, people who don't deserve, they'll not be given tickets, and they'll be going out to different party. And BJP is there to lap them up, like they have the laptop Shubhendu Adhikari, Nitish Pramanik, who is
that true, Priyanka?
North
There
Bengal.
are defections within the TMC. There are defections within the TMC. TMC claims it is because they were goons who were creating ruckus. They threw them off from the TMC, and they have now joined the BJP. Priyanka.
No, I would like to answer in this. I am really, actually, I will tell you, looking at this helplessness of TMC, I am quite contented and happy that now they don't have candidates whom they should give tickets. He is saying that they are unable to file nomination, the reason being anti-incumbency in their party. The reason being that 2 people are trying to run the party. The clan which is with Mamata Banerjee, they have their own list of candidates. And the clan which is with Abhishek Banerjee, they have their own list of candidates. So they are not being able to decide candidates. That's the reason that people are quitting their party. And not just that, not only for tickets, it is that Abhishek Banerjee wants to run the show. And people who have worked all their life maybe to bring Trinamool to power, they are not ready. They're resenting. Because of this resentment, they are not being able to file nominations. Now that is on the side why they are not being able to give candidates. We are not worried about that. What is the concern here is the violence which is prevailing each and every day in West Bengal.
Yes.
Look, in democracy, it is a festivity to have elections and elect people to be people's representative. But see what kind of festivity is going on in West Bengal. You are seeing bombs, crude bombs being hurled. Now they are saying that ISF is responsible. Just tell me, ISF has a single MLA over here. Okay.
Yes.
And TMC is the government in power. They have the entire they have the entire law in their own hands. They have the entire police administration in their hands. Why are they not being able to control this violence? Police is running here and there, you can see in the video. But police is not being able to control the violence. Is ISF so powerful in front of the state government that with one single MLA, they are hurling bombs?
Yes.
Then who is supposed to answer in this regard?
Monaji, that's a
law
fair
and order
point.
is a state subject.
That's a fair point. It comes under Mamata Banerjee's regime. It is a state subject. Law and order has to be handled by the state chief minister and the ruling party in power. Why is Mamata Banerjee not able to do that?
There are nearly 70,000 booths in these elections. The problems have been reported only from 3 or 4 places in the last 3-4 days. Right, it happened in 24 Parganas. Few days back, it happened in Murshidabad. I can remember only these 2 incidents so far. 99% of the nominations have been filed peacefully. Everywhere it is the case. And these goons are confirmed goons. Everyone knows that that person, MLA, was arrested. And how long he can be put in jail? The ISF goon, he's a goon. He was a confirmed criminal. Who is Shaukat Mullah? So you ask your CBI, who is Shaukat Mullah? You are trying to arrest through CBI. Could you arrest him? And who is Shubhendu Adhikari? What kind of a goon he is? The confirmed goon in your party is Shubhendu Adhikari. How many criminal cases does he have?
He is creating all this ruckus in the district.
Who is Dilip Ghosh? Who is Shubhendu Adhikari?
Sir, you tell me, no, I am really enjoying your helplessness.
No, Monaji, help us understand this one aspect. All right. Priyanka, one second. Let him have his say. Let him have his say. Monojit, help us understand this one thing. if at all, you are claiming that there are just 4 or 5 places where the violence was reported out of. Why did the Calcutta High Court have to step in and order the central the probe agencies, in fact the police, to be deployed, the central paramilitary to be deployed in that area? Why did the court have to intervene? Because of the situation on ground. Why did it happen?
Calcutta High Court did not interfere with the larger question of the opposition, that is to muzzle or delay the process of voting. Did they? The answer is no. The Calcutta High Court instructed the Election Commission to have a peaceful, fair election, even with the help of CRPF. That is the limited point of the judgment that the Calcutta High Court delivered. They did not enter into the dates or other issues, or even they challenged the position of the Election Commission, who was appointed 7 days back. Did the High Court interfere? The answer is no. And we welcome this verdict. Yes, let us have a peaceful election. If CRPF is needed, the Election Commission, I think, is better placed to understand and deploy CRPF. They will handle it.
Okay,
But
Priyanka, let me have you respond to this. All right, Manojit, got your point.
A peaceful, fair election.
All right. Now, since the Calcutta
Calcutta
High Court, one second, Priyanka, since the Calcutta High Court did not fiddle with the dates, there was an accusation, in fact, there was a reservation by the court that this entire tenure that's been given for the nomination filing is very little. Something that the BJP also wanted it in the favor because they wanted more time. That has not been done by the court. It is up to the State Election Commission. They are sticking. They're sticking. But what Manojit claimed earlier is that in the last 24 hours, a number of nomination filing has happened from the BJP side and not the TMC. So who is creating the violence again becomes the big question. Yes, Manojit, let me ask you the question. Yes, please go ahead, Priyanka.
I'll answer one by one.
Yes.
See, it is not just that we were asking for extension of time. Along with that, there were many other things for which we were asking for, including this deployment of central forces, including recognition of the sensitive areas. We also said that their civic police cannot be used inside the booths and outside for election duty. So all these aspects have been dealt by the Calcutta High Court. But the difficulty is that State Commission is not complying with the order. They are failing to put an eye on this, even to the extent that on page 19, if I correctly remember, paragraph 29 to paragraph 34 speaks about the subsection 2 of section 46 of 2003 Act, where it says that if any person is unable to file their nomination, then in that case, that party from which the candidate belongs will approach the State Election Commission, and the State Election Commission, according to the section, will ensure that a returning officer is deployed at the SDO's office and the nomination is done there. But the Election Commission is not following any of the part of the order.
Okay.
So this is what Mr. Manojit was saying, that the court has not dealt. So that is what I am trying to tell him. Maybe he has not gone through the order. So, and what was your second question? Yes, regarding the nominations made by BJP.
Yes.
Of course, BJP is the strongest opposition in West Bengal. We are fighting on the ground. See, I do not believe what to say or what to answer, because one day they are saying that we don't have workers, we don't have karyakartas, we don't have enough candidates to give. The other day he's saying that, maximum nominations have been done by us. So whatever they were speaking earlier was not true. Where yes, we have karyakartas, yes, we have ground workers. That is why we are filing nominations. But that nomination has to be filed in each and every district. You cannot say that there will be an election in a state leaving apart a few districts. Then you should not consider elections to be held in those districts.
Okay. So, Priyanka, help us understand this one aspect. Sparring cannot happen alone. I'll come to you, Manojit. Sparring cannot happen alone. What was seen, let's say, in Thakurbari, Manojit is mentioning Suvendu Adhikari time and again. You've mentioned Abhishek Banerjee. Why is the clash coming out on roads? Why is the clash happening in, sacred places like Thakurbari? Where is this election being fought, really?
See, the simple answer to this is that Abhishek Banerjee, how many times has he visited Thakurbari earlier just during election? He wanted to create ruckus over there. The people threw him out. People didn't want his presence. The people, the locals of the area threw him out. Okay, the locals told him that he cannot enter those premises because it was not that he was just going for, his offerings to the God there in the temple. No. Okay. With more than 5,000 people, police personnel, everything crowded. Even if a minister visits there, there is not a kind of crowd. He is carrying buses full of people from Kolkata all the way and roaming in other districts, which the temple people did not appreciate. So that is why it happened.
Manojit,
So
your
Indo
word,
Adhikari
because you
didn't
have
go there to
in my
stop
last show also mentioned
Yeah.
how the
Yeah, I need to
BJP
reply.
guys were outnumbered by the number of people that were with Abhishek Banerjee that day. So it is again BJP's words against the TMCs on who created the ruckus and who blocked who.
If someone is indoctrinated with inventive lies, you cannot argue with that person. Everyone showed what happened on TV. Everyone could see that Shantanu Thakur, with the help of CISF and CRPF, shut the door of the temple. Now this person is giving an entirely different narrative, and she's an habitual offender in that sense. When Vande Bharat train was attacked, she said this was attacked by someone else, and Muslim guy or something like she knew who she was. So I do not want to enter into this kind of debate. BJP, not just BJP, I think the Prime Minister and the Home Minister, they are scared of the rise of Abhishek Banerjee, the kind of popularity. Look how many days, in nearly 55 days, he is on the streets in this kind of scorching heat, 40, 42 degrees. They do not even go in the heat for 4 or 5 days. Forget about remaining.
But do you think, Monojit, it's only the opposition in the state that is scared of the rise of Abhishek Banerjee? Monojit, is it only the opposition? Because from what we are learning, I just mentioned about the defections in your party. It is also because the nomination filing is only being kept to Mamata Banerjee and Abhishek Banerjee. Why these leaders? Why not the senior leaders in the TMC?
I tell you, my association with the party is for the last 25 years. What is TMC for me? TMC is now Mamta, the only lobby, and that is being manned by the general called Abhishek Banerjee. That is TMC. These people will create this kind of hassle. Everyone is working under Mamta with the leadership of Abhishek Banerjee. That is TMC. Mamta for Sachin is for us Sachin Tendulkar, Abhishek is Virat Kohli. That is the analogy that you have in the party. So despite there are all those halabalus and hooplas, I tell you, Panchayat.
So how do Mamta and Abhishek together plan to stop the violence? Manojit, how do they plan to stop the violence?
The violence is now negligible in Bengal. Okay. Look at that. You could only show 3 or 4 incidents in the last 3-4 days. And
like I said, it is TMC's word against the BJP. I'm really sorry, Monojit and Priyanka. I'm short on the time on the broadcast, but we'd have to wrap it up there. The violence continues.